So we're starting off now lying down on the back. Bend the knees and bring your hands to rest on your tummy. Let the eyes close and feel the bones settle into the earth. Relax your face, loosen the jaw, and let the breath come and go for a moment on its own. And as you slow down and quieten here, you'll probably find that the breath begins to slow itself. So as you feel that begin to happen, go with it. Let the breath become a little deeper. And as you feel that, start to rock the pelvis forwards with the in-breath. And then rock it back, pressing the back of the waist towards the earth with the out-breath. You can keep the hands on the body or have them by your sides on the ground and keep going with this. Couple more breaths, tilting the pelvis forwards on the inhale. And then rocking it back, curling tailbone towards the knees as you exhale. Start to get a sense of your feet now on the floor. Hip width apart, parallel, firm connection with the ground, because as we exhale now, we curl the tailbone up towards the knees, press into the feet and lift up into a bridge. Now take a long breath in here as you lengthen the tailbone towards the knees, lengthening the lower back. And then roll it on down again as you're breathing out. Now on our in-breath, we'll rock the pelvis forwards. We're going to do this just a couple more times, this up and down. So we exhale and peel on up into the bridge. Feel the four corners of each foot. Breathe in, lengthen. And then breathing out, roll it down bone by bone. Don't rush through the lower back. Lengthen, roll it out. One more time, rolling it up in that way. And when we get up there this time, we're going to stay. So take a moment just to feel that shape, the strength of it, the feet firm on the earth. So you can pick up your toes, that's okay. In fact, that kind of helps to activate the arches of the feet. But press the balls of the feet and the heels down. Now, as we stay in this bridge for a moment, imagine you're pulling your feet towards you. And you get that sense of activating through the hamstrings and glutes. We're going to take our feet a little bit closer together and prepare to take the weight into the left foot. Bring the right foot up off the ground, bending the knee, and then shoot the foot up towards your ceiling, straightening the leg if you can. Breathe here, and you can bring a little pulse up and down with the hips. Keep the breath flowing. Just really waking up that left leg, left glute. And then as you're ready, end of your breath, bring the right foot down. Prepare to take the weight there and lift the left leg. First, the knee is bent. And then we straighten the leg as much as we can up towards the ceiling. And then this little pulsation, just this rise and fall through the hips. Keep the breath going. It's a nice, slow, smooth breath. End of your breath, bring the foot down, separating the feet hip width apart. Again, just imagine pulling the feet towards you, activating the underneath of the body. And then we're going to roll it on down again, separating the shoulders a little bit. Take your time now. Give yourself an extra breath here as you ease the spine down to the earth. Lengthen through the lower back. Rock the pelvis forwards, breathing in. And then draw both knees into the body, breathing out. Put the left foot on the floor, the knee bent, and just cross your right leg over it for thread the needle. So a little gap between the legs. Now you could stay with your right hand on your knee. You could lift that left foot off the floor and just have the left hand behind the left leg. Or take it right through your right hand into that gap and around the back of the left leg. Take a breath, flex both feet. And as you breathe out, if you can draw the left leg closer perhaps wrap the hands around the shin. So we're going to take one more breath wherever you are with this to feel the right hip release. And then let it go. Put the left foot on the ground. Keep the right leg as it is. Now send the right leg further over the left. So you really wrap the thighs around each other together. Arms out wide. Take a breath in and just shift your hips a little bit to the right. Then as you breathe out, drop the legs on over to the left for a twist. You put your left hand on that top leg there if you like. So the legs are kind of twisted around each other. They've dropped over to the left. Could you roll the chest towards the sky, maybe the head towards the right? Close the eyes and go inside. As you're ready, on an in-breath, come back to the middle, straighten up the hips, and come back to that thread the needle position. So opening the gap a little bit between the legs, lift the left foot off the floor. And again, just hold on to the back of the left thigh or over the shin, whatever works for you here. And then release the right leg off the left up to the sky. Just keep a hold of your left leg. Twirl your right foot, waking up the ankle around the other way. And flex it as if we're pressing the foot to the ceiling. And then reach the leg, right leg down the mat ahead of you. Give your left leg a little squeeze into you. Good. Now bend the right leg, put the foot on the floor, cross the left leg over for thread the needle. Start there, left hand on the leg, and maybe we lift the right foot up, hold the back of the right leg. So that's kind of a midway option, left hand on the leg, right hand holding the back of the right leg. I know a lot of you can go right into it, bring the left arm in between the two legs, hold the back of the right leg, flex the feet, and draw the right leg in a little deeper. You might take the hands over the shin if that doesn't bring a strain to the neck. So notice the shoulders are relaxed here, and it can be very helpful, I say now at this point, but to have a little cushion under your head, especially if you feel your shoulders pulled forwards. One last breath. Now release the grip, put the right foot on the ground, cross the left leg all the way over. Breathe in, arms out wide, shift the hips a bit to the left, and then drop the legs over to the right. Twisting here. Perhaps your right hand now on the outside of the top leg. Breathe and open the chest towards your ceiling, the head towards the left. Go inside. Breathe a little deeper. Be with the part of you that's offering the resistance here. Then bring it on back to the middle. Straighten up the hips on the mat and then open the gap between the legs again so that we have our position for thread the needle. Lift the right foot up off the ground if you can. Hold on behind your thigh or over your shin. So go just that little bit deeper as you exhale. And then release the left leg off the right up to the sky. Twirl your foot. Waking up the ankle and all the way down into the toes. Round the other way. Good, that's it. Now flex it as if you're pressing your foot to the sky and then stretch it on down your mat ahead of you. Perfect. Little squeeze for the right leg. Then draw both knees in for a moment. Stretch the legs out long now, arms overhead. Let's take a big breath. And then lift the hands, lift the head. Let's roll our way up. Come up to sitting. Big breath in, reaching arms up to the sky. And then breathe out, bow, ooh, forwards. How does it feel? Bend your knees if you like here. Drop your head, chin to your chest. And breathe into the back of the body, recognizing that we're here because of the tension in the body. So when I always find these seated forward bends, for me, those are very stiff, especially early in the day. Where we find that tension, where we find that stiffness, well, that's why we're here. So breathe into it. One last exhalation, just feel a softening, some degree of letting go. Come on up to sitting when you're ready, breathing in. And then just cross the legs, simple cross leg. Hands on your knees. And you sit on a block if you like, or just right down on the earth. Take a breath in and then breathe out. Drop the head, chin into your throat. Roll your head now as you breathe in over towards one shoulder. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Good. Roll it around and down again. Exhale. Through to the other side, tuning into what's being held in your neck. Around and down again. Now on this inhale, lift the chin to the sky, open the throat. And then just back to the middle, growing tall through the midline of your neck. Good. Now come over to your hands and knees. Start to move through cat and cow, breathing in, rooting through the hands, lift the head, lift the tailbone, breathing out round the back. Cat pose. I'm going to do this 2 more times with the breath. Let it be your cat-cow movement, a little sway side to side or forwards and back, or really focusing into that upper back. And let the next inhale be the last cow pose. Open up into the little back bend. Curl your toes, breathe out, lift your knees and pull your hips back to downward dog with the knees bent just a little bit for now. Lifting energetically up into the lower belly, Uddiyana Bandha. Root down through the hands, even a little sway side to side to feel that grip between your hands and the earth. And then we'll start to lengthen the legs, maybe both together, maybe one at a time, just lengthening down the backs of the legs. Take one more breath where you are. And then just start to walk up the mat towards your hands. So small steps, and see if you can roll your foot from your heel to the ball like you do when you're walking. And we get to the top. Let's bring our feet together. Bend the knees a little bit, bring your fingertips out ahead of you, or even just grab your blocks for your hands here. Lift the heart, lift the head. And then breathing out, bow down. So again, you could have those blocks either side of the feet here, or just the hands right down on the earth. Let's take another breath. Long breath out, bow that little bit deeper. Now bend your knees, breathe in and draw the arms forwards for a chair pose. And from here, breathe out, press the palms down past your hips and into that space behind you. Turning the palms to face each other, breathe in and lift, arms forwards, maybe up a little higher. Palms face down and we breathe out and we just press the arms back. Yes, that's it. Turn the palms, breathe in, they're facing each other as we lift. Turn the palms down, breathe out and push. So we're staying in the chair all the time. One more time, breathe in. Breathe out. And from here, interlace your fingers behind you. Breathe in and lift your hips as you bow forwards, lifting the hands off the back, bow the head. You can do this with the strap either. And if you feel wobbly with the feet together, you can take them apart. But it is that little bit more challenging to have them together. Let's take one more breath. Think about the roots. Get down through the feet. Let the hands go now to the blocks or the floor and breathe in, lifting the heart, the head. We're going to breathe out and step the left leg back into a low lunge, bringing the back knee to the earth, keep the back toes curled under. And just take a moment here, lengthening forwards, breathing in through the heart into the head. Breathe out. Feel the toes on the earth, the knee on the earth. Now, inhale and lift the arms up. Crescent moon, keeping those toes curled under, because now we're going to make fists. Pull the hands down, pull the elbows back, lift the back knee. We did this yesterday. Drop the knee down, breathe in, lift the arms. And breathe out, pull as you lift the back leg and really energize it. Do that again, breathe in. So feel the connection through the feet and the floor, breathing out. Good, 2 more times now with your breath, your rhythm. Now, next time the knee comes down, we're going to keep it down. Let the arms rise up, breathe in, and then bring the hands down to your blocks or the floor. And we're going to pull the hips back, straightening the front leg as much as we can, half splits. Now, breathe in, lift the heart, look ahead. And then breathe out, bow forwards. You could point the back toes back if you like here, pushing the front of the foot to the earth instead of the toes. But feel that ground, feel that connection you have. All the parts of you that are touching the ground. Take one more breath. Feeling the right leg drawing back towards the body. Now, come forwards, breathe in, curl the back toes under again. And we're going to breathe out and draw the back leg forward. So we stay low, hands on blocks or the floor. Bring the back leg in, curl in like a little ball, but you're lifting the left foot off the floor. Okay, now from here, I'm going to move my hands with the blocks forwards a bit and breathe in. Lengthen the leg back through the air, lifting the heart, lifting the head. Then breathing out, we're going small again, curling in to as small a ball as you can. Breathe in, open wide. So left leg back through the space, heart forwards, head forwards, then curl it in. Exhale. Keeping the left heel lifted into the back of the leg. Again, inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, curl in, really small, go low. And last time, open up, breathe in, and then just put that foot down beside the other foot. So stay here and breathe in, lift the heart. We're going to breathe out and step the right leg back, bringing that knee to the floor, curling the toes under. Take a moment, a breath in, lengthening through the heart to the head. Breathe out. Feel the foundations. Now breathing in, rise, arms to the sky. Good. Now pull the arms down, pull the elbows back, lift the back knee. There we go. That's it. Go again. Breathe in. Breathe out. And keep it going with your rhythm. There's a lot of power in that back leg as it lifts. And even as the knee is coming down, you feel that contact between the toes and the floor. Lovely. One more time. Now, as the knee comes down, we're going to leave it down, lift the arms up, breathe in. Now breathe out, hands come down to blocks or the floor, and we pull the hips back, half splits, lengthening the left leg. Breathe in, lift the heart, lift the gaze. Breathe out, bow, drop the head. Settle into the breath here. So that you can bring a little rise and fall, or you can just bow on into it. One more breath. And on the next inhale, we come forwards, back to that low lunge, and then we exhale and curl into that little ball. So you step the back foot forwards, curl the knee to the nose. Now shift your hands a little bit forwards and breathe in, open. Leg back, heart lifts, standing leg straightens if it can. And then everything bends and curls in, exhale. Good. Again, inhale. Exhale, go low with your hips. One more. Open. Good. And when you curl in on your exhale, go low and lift the heel to the back of the leg. Last time, open. And then just bring the foot down. Feet together. Breathe in, lift the heart, lift the head. We'll bring the hands to the earth and step back into downward dog. Come forwards into plank as you breathe in. Now with your knees on the floor or straight legs, lower down. 3, 2, 1. Rise in locust, hands back, floating. Breathe out, hands to the earth under the shoulders. Now rise in cobra. Keep the legs active, open through the front, and then lift on the knees or front of the feet back into downward dog. And we're going to do that twice more. Come forwards to plank. Breathing out, long exhale, chaturanga to the earth. 3, still lowering 2, and 1. Locust, inhale. Exhale, hands to the earth. And rise, inhale, cobra, or even feel your body float up a little higher towards upward dog. Lift on the knees or front of the feet, downward dog. Now one more time on your own, your rhythm. This is our connecting vinyasa. Slow with that chaturanga. The 2 back bends. We meet in downward dog when you get there. Now walk your feet slowly halfway up your mat. They're going to join each other in the middle of the mat, side by side. Breathe in, hands a little ahead of you. You can bend your knees a little bit, lift your heart, lift your head. Now bend your knees a lot, open the knees apart, keep the feet together, come to Malasana, or yogic squat or garland pose. Hands ahead of you, drop your hips, drop your head. So in this one, the big toes and the inner heels are pressing against each other and the knees are wide apart. Now we're going to drop the hips to sit. So bring a hand behind you if you like, or just sit. Stretch your right leg out long. And keep the left leg in a kind of Baddha Konasana position. Knee bent, foot against the inner thigh. Okay? Breathe in. Now, if you want a little cushion under that knee, bring it in, or a block under your hips. And then let's bow forwards over the right leg. Go ahead. Use a strap if you like around the foot, or just hands on the earth. Go inside. Feel the breath from the inside. Feel the sensations from the inside. When you're ready, on an inhale, come up. And then swap legs. So if there's any tweaking in that knee, put a block or cushion under that leg. Turn yourself towards the straight leg. And then go ahead and bow forwards. Strap around the foot or hold the foot with the hands, or just let the hands even be on the ground. Now close the eyes. Drop the tension from the jaw, from the neck, the face. One more full breath here. And let's rise up as you breathe in. Go ahead, stretch the legs out in front. We're going to come back down onto our back. Grab your couple of blocks because we'll do bridge with support. So legs straight out in front. Let's breathe in and take the arms out straight ahead. Now roll it down for 3, 2, 1. All the way down, or even longer, better still. Arms overhead, big breath. Breathe out, gather the knees into the body. Put the feet on the floor, hip width apart, rock your hips forwards, breathe in. Rock your hips back and peel up into a bridge as you breathe out. Interlace your fingers underneath you here now. Opening up onto the shoulders. Letting the bridge grow a little higher than it was earlier. Even the hips as high as is comfortable for you. Grab your support and pop it in there to rest the hips on. So a couple of blocks or even just one on its end. Nice stable support though. Now, options. Stay here or float the 2 feet off the floor. Knees bent, get stable. And then lift the feet up. Like a supported shoulder stand. Let the breath be there in the belly. You can also do this with the feet against the wall and that little bit of support under the hips. A bolster works as well. Now, if anybody would prefer to go a little further and all the way into shoulder stand, you could bring your feet down, take the blocks or your support, whatever it is, out, and then roll, lower right down, then roll up into a half or a full shoulder stand with the hands on the hips. So do what feels right for you. And we'll settle here. Quieten the mind, be with your breath, the changing sensations in the body. Now, if you're in shoulder stand, you'll just bend your knees and roll down. If you're in the supported shoulder stand with the blocks, lower the feet first. Find your bridge again. Then take the blocks out and roll your spine down. All the way down, and then with the knees bent, just rock your hips forwards. Breathe out and then draw your knees into your body. Now put the feet on the floor, knees bent, and bring your arms in underneath you, your palms facing down. So really tuck your arms in, so your elbows are in under your back, your arms are straight. Straighten the legs out now. Press on your palms, your elbows, your forearms. Sit down deep and lift the heart. Drop the head back, fish pose, Malasana. Let go of the tension in your shoulders and focus instead on opening the chest. And then ease on down onto your back. Let go, bring the arms out from underneath you as you bring your knees in. A little hug. Squeeze the legs into the body. Now, take the arms out wide, breathe in, move the knees forwards and lift the feet level with your knees, the right angle, and then drop the legs over to the left. All the way over at that right angle. Put your hand on the top leg there if you like. Turn the chest to the sky, the head to the right. One more breath. Let the next inhale draw you back to the center. Use the tummy muscles to lift the legs in that right angle. That's it. And then over the other way. Drop the legs to the right. Back to the center as you're ready. Breathe in. Take the knees wider, reach the hands through for the feet. Pull the feet in towards you in Baddha Konasana. Little happy baby movement, or stick with Baddha Konasana. And then let go and just roll on over to your side. Use your top hand to help push you up. And then let's get our blankets, our bolsters, our cushions. We're going to settle ourselves down for a few moments in Savasana. So you can always do Savasana without support, but I would bring a cushion under the head. If you have a bolster or some pillows, we'll bring them across the mat to support the knees. And maybe a rolled up blanket under the ankles. So I'm putting the block there under one edge of the bolster so it's a little bit higher under the knees. And then the idea with the rolled up blanket or a towel works well is that it supports the back of the ankles, not the heels. The knees are higher than the ankles and the feet are kind of floating. When we come back and lie down, position the pillow or cushion under your head so that it supports your neck and the very top of the spine. A blanket over all of you, maybe even two, one across the arms, and perhaps an eye pillow or a sock cover your eyes. I promise I won't leave you here. But it really is such an important part of the practice to allow yourself to stop doing and let it settle. Feel yourself now empty into the support of the earth. I think for a lot of us, our lives are busy and it's go, go, go. It's one thing after another, right? I've done that, I'll move on. Sure, half the time you're thinking about the next thing while you're still doing the first thing. It's the way we live. Savasana is our chance to practice doing less, to practice being in the moment, not in the next thing, not in the previous thing. Right here. Feel the ground. Feel that sense of support, the pressure of the earth beneath you, the softness of the cushions, and drop into it. Be held. And feel the simplicity. The breath rising and falling, you don't even have to do it. It happens all day long, all through the night, without you doing it. But now you're aware of it. As you let yourself settle into watching the breath, like watching the waves rolling into the shore and pulling back, it's the same. It's this constant rhythm. Feel your body respond, like you're floating on those waves. And now, if you have a positive affirmation of your own, repeat it 3 times. Or perhaps today, repeat to yourself 3 times simply, I release all doubts and insecurities about myself. And notice the sounds. Notice the feeling. Notice your breath. And draw a deeper breath into the belly. Breathing out, let the back of the waist press towards the earth. Hold the pelvis stable as you roll the kneecaps towards the ceiling. Then bend one leg, put the foot on the bolster, hold the pelvis stable, and bend the other leg, foot to the bolster. And roll yourself over to one side and stay for a breath, cozy and comfortable on your side. Be here. And come up slowly as you're ready. Let's come to sit. And just turn the palms to face up, a little away from your body. Close your eyes. Take a deeper breath in. And as you breathe out, feel the hands come together in prayer position at the heart. Bow the head and let something come to mind that you feel grateful for. Let's take a big breath in, open the arms wide, reach up. Gather your hands together, pull them down to the third eye, your wisdom center, your heart center, and the earth, grounding your practice. Namaste. Thank you.